All right, Clay, there used to be a jazz song called Night Train that was really popular. When I hear the term night train these days, I think of the train of weather systems that always come east across from the West Coast, bringing stormy weather to the Tennessee Valley. And by the way, stormy weather is also one of those old jazz songs too.
Yeah, and you actually showed me that before the show, so I'd never heard of it. Hey, you learn something new every day. We are going to have some stormy weather starting to set up shop here. And the big story today, though, going to be the warmth here across the Tennessee Valley. I mean, it's just a little past noon and already almost 80 degrees here in Chattanooga. So that warm, moist air starting to surge to the north. And not only is it warm, it's muggy. So it feels like early June, and it certainly will feel like early summer here a little bit later on. So already 82 in Athens, 78 in Blue Ridge, 75 in Altamont, 79 here in Chattanooga. We're on our way to near record temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. It is going to be a very toasty day. Our record 89 officially at the Chattanooga Airport set back in 2010. Not saying we're going to get there, but we may get pretty close. Our forecast high 87, but again, if we warm just a couple more degrees, you never know what's going to happen. But here's a look at your first 90-degree day of the season the last 3 years. So in 2022, it was back in mid-May, same for 2021 in early June. So pretty unlikely that we're going to hit 90 degrees, but if we were to, this would be really early in the season for a 90-degree day here in Chattanooga. Again, don't think it's going to get quite that warm, but upper 80s certainly in the cards today. Sustained winds already about 15 to 20 miles per hour with gusts up to 25, so it's going to be warm, breezy, muggy for your Thursday here across much of the Tennessee Valley, but those to the west dealing with some severe weather. In fact, we have tornado watches in effect in that yellow shade from Arkansas and West Tennessee all the way up into southern Michigan. So going to be some very active weather, especially across the Ohio Valley, Midwest, all the way down into the Mid-South. And you can see that's where the highest risk is going to be, which includes Nashville. For us locally, though, we're kind of right on that line. So as that line of storms kind of pushes to the east, it's going to put on brakes. And really our northwestern communities from northeast Alabama up into the Cumberland Plateau, including Chattanooga, Athens, Dayton, Dunlap, going to have a pretty low-end chance of severe weather. Again, damaging winds certainly will be possible, a very low-end tornado threat, and there also could be some small hail. That'll be tonight into early Thursday morning. So let's take a look at your futurecast and kind of see how this all plays out. So going into your afternoon, there will be some clouds around, but notice how that first wave kind of fades away before it moves into our area. And then by about midnight, we're still dealing with some pretty good storms across middle Tennessee. But once again, by Thursday morning, as that line moves in our direction, it kind of fades away. So the overall severe threat, I'm thinking, just looking at the latest data, not all that impressive. Should stay to our north and west. But with that being said, there's still always the isolated chance where we have a severe storm here in our northwestern communities. Then going into your Thursday, there could be enough daytime heating to produce a couple more storms during the afternoon, which could be strong to severe. So we'll watch that trend for sure as we go into your Thursday afternoon. But the overall threat for severe weather, not going to be all that high, but we will have a pretty good chance of some localized downpours, especially the further north and west you go. And then by Thursday afternoon, that starts to spread to the east of I-75 as well. So again, this is going to set the stage for more of an active pattern. So that front eventually is going to stall out somewhere to our south, and going into your Friday, it's going to be much cooler for one, and we're also going to be tracking out multiple rounds of rain during the day on Friday. That'll carry over into your Saturday. And keep in mind, Augusta, a lot of green showing up, and it's a pretty big weekend down there, the Masters taking place. So hopefully some of that rain will kind of move off to the east and we'll start to trend drier. But it does look like here locally we are going to have quite a bit of rain, and at least through Saturday. But by Saturday night, we'll start to dry out. But look at the cool down that's coming our way. So with the clouds and rain and that front passing to our south, we're going to dip back into the low 60s to upper 50s. And then we dry out just in time for Easter Sunday, Calvin.
Okay, thank you, Clay.